Your son, he is a son of a senator, joins the military, and was in Iraq.
Well, look, Bo, my son Bo should be sitting there instead of me. He's more capable than I am. And he was the Attorney General of the state of Delaware. And one day I came home. He came over to the house. He was living in Delaware. And he said, Dad, what are you doing on Friday? I said, what do you need? He said, I need you to pin my bars on me. I said, pin your bars on you? What the hell are you talking about? So I joined the National Guard and facetiously said, somebody's got to do this. Anyway.
Were you in shock that he joined the National
No,
Guard?
I wasn't in shock. It didn't surprise me. He had to give up the Attorney General's job because you either have to work for the president or for the state.
So he was Attorney General at that point.
He was Attorney General, turned it back over to a Republican who'd been there before.
Wow.
And went for a year. The problem was he lived next to one of those burn pits. He came back with a Bronze Star. He came back with a service medal, but he also came back with stage 4 glioblastoma. The brain injuries out of Iraq are extreme, like they were the people in 9/11, all those firefighters, because of the toxic fumes.
You're convinced that the reason he got brain cancer is
I know it. It's been determined, yeah. And a lot of them did. A lot of them.
Did he call you and say, Dad, I've gotten a horrible diagnosis?
He had to come home, and it just kept getting worse. And that's when he realized they did the analysis. And then he was in Walter Reed for a long time. And but I wrote a book called Promise Me, Dad. He knew his time was up, and one night we're having a dinner at our home before he was incapacitated, hospitalized. And he said, Dad, can we talk? And I said, sure. And he said, look at me, Dad. Promise me, Dad. Promise me, Dad, that you'll not leave public life. I know when I go, you'll want to quit. You'll want to quit. And he looked at me and said, Dad, give me your word as a Biden. Give me your word.
Wow.
Look at me. I give my word on the health of my family. And he said, promise me, Dad, you won't step back. And I made the promise. Before he passed away, last thing he said before he passed away, literally we were in the hospital bed, Hunt and I with him, lying in bed with him. He looked at me and said, I'm not scared, Dad. It's okay. I'm not scared. It's okay. He was gone within. Anyway.
Wow.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 2, 4, 5. We're live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. And this is the HVP Saturday night live stream. And we're going to thank y'all for joining in. And if you ain't follow, and subscribe, what you waiting on?
You know. Politics.
Go to that YouTube channel, like or subscribe, and hit that notification button so y'all know when we coming at you. And go to our Facebook Hoodview community page and join the group. And
express your opinion.
Express your opinion. Make yourself known. Give us some topics you want us to talk about. And hey, and if you want to come on, let us know. Like I told you, we got an open door policy. We got an open door, open window. We got a hatch, trap door in the ceiling. You can come down through that. So, hey, you want to talk to us, you can talk to us.
You know?
Oh, and one more other thing before we move on here. Hey, I appreciate y'all all the time. I appreciate you no matter who you are. When you check out our videos on YouTube, and like I tell you, go to YouTube and dial up Hoodviewpolitics, and y'all will see all our past podcasts, and you get even more content. But I appreciate y'all when y'all comment. No matter what your comment, if you agree, disagree, but I'm getting tired of the one comment y'all got. What are the Dems done for you? Look, if you want to get into that discussion, I just said we got an open door policy. I can get into so many things that the Democratic Party has done for me that affects me in my life. Now, if you want to get on here and discuss it, we can do that. But don't leave that one dumbass comment and you ain't got nothing else to elaborate on, because that ain't getting us nowhere. If you feel, I know there's some of you black maggers or blaggers, as I call you. I know there's some of y'all, and look, if you want to get into a debate, hey, the door is open. Come on in. We'll leave the light on for you.
Most definitely, for sure. Now, we got a lot to get into. We got bitches killing dogs. We got motherfucking Howard Stern interviews. We got Bill Maher interviewed on CNN. We got so much going on right now. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, subscribe. That's what we was told to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all, though. Seriously, though. Everybody that subscribed to us in the last 30 days, we appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? We want to grow this platform for any black culture or anybody looking in to get information to feed the black culture to make the right decisions. We appreciate you for tuning in tonight and in the future. You know what I'm saying, dog? Keep touching the mic.
Oh, and all y'all that all that new people that join our the Hoodview Politics Facebook community on we thank y'all for joining in, and hey, it's gonna be some fun, but we're gonna get serious and we're gonna bring it to y'all as only we can bring it to you. Nobody can bring it like this. So hey, spread the word, and if you ain't join. If you ain't like, and if you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on?
Now, as usual, we start from the Trump trials and tribulations. You got to start from there. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of all politics. Because one thing he's doing is coming out in front of the motherfucking where he doing his cases at, right? Mm-hmm. And motherfucking having speeches and shit, right? Correct. So my thing is, all right, first of all, I don't relate to that. All right, first of all. Second, this is so much bottled up into the fact that this fool literally tried to steal the election, Joe. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, if me and you was to sit down and be like, all right, what's the many ways we can steal an election, right? He did all those.
All of it.
It's like, wow. You know what I'm saying, dog? Then he gonna say happy birthday to his wife when he in a court case for cheating on her.
Yeah.
That's why y'all don't see this bitch nowhere. This is amazing, bro. I done came to the point that this is crazy, right? You got a con man. I'm not even going to inject racism, right? I'm going to lead a racist. He's a racist pig, but I'm going to put that aside. He's a fucking con man, incompetent to even run a country, bro. And there's people out this joint that's literally, if you're independent thinking, or if you're a Republican knowing, y'all need to get yourself together, bro. Because I literally think this vote this year should be 90-7. I said 10 before, didn't I?
Something like that.
I'm going to say 10 now. I'm going to say 7 now. Because it shouldn't be no doubt around the fucking world that this This pig don't represent us, bro. It's just that fucking simple. It's no way in the hell that this fool here that talk down on soldiers that been killed is represent me. What are we doing, bro? The man actually tried to steal the election. Even if you're MAGA, right? The facts lead to people trying to steal shit. You got electors. They call them fake electors, bro.
Yeah.
In Arizona, where, first of all, everybody gotta know how elections run. You go out there and vote, you think that's just it. But this whole thing is a complete, like a game. I want y'all to think of it as a game, right? Where each state got points. Put it like that. They got points, right? Some states got more points than others. And some states got less points and was split, right? Once you get into the race, it's called a race because you're racing to three. Is that three? What is that? 320?
270.
270. You're racing to get 270 electoral votes. Stay with me. It's not you just voting. That's the popular vote. When we get into states in general, they go by points. Points. Now, each state got a point. Now, what happens is you go vote. Then each state tally up the votes, right? And they start delegating, okay, you won this state. You won this state. And then the first person who will get to 270 out of all these points will be president. What Donald Trump done was, first of all, he put in fake people to say he won. For example, Arizona, he lost. Popular vote, he lost. He extremely lost the state. But once it's just not the popular vote. Y'all got to pay attention now as black people. This is motherfucking elections. Because I know y'all thinking, damn, they got this many votes. Why they lose? There's a reason for that. Because it's the points. It's literally the points. It's not the motherfucking volume of people that get to vote for you. It's the points. That's why I say that Donald Trump is fucking dangerous. Because he can get as many people out that's racist out. He ain't got to worry about nobody else. Because all you got to do, in certain, that's why they call them battleground states. Pennsylvania. When certain states, Colorado, certain states, Michigan, certain states, it's toss-ups. You don't know. Like if you come to New York, you know. You come to DC, you know. You feel me? So in certain states, it's not sure. Right? Points are in these states. Now, if you could shave off black people here and there, if you could do certain things to shave off the vote in these states, remember, I know you go out and vote in your state and you feel like, damn, we just blew them out. Get it. But it go by points. And some states don't have as many points as other states. For example, Trump can win Texas or Nebraska, and those states got more points than smaller states that Biden will win. You see me? So you got to stay with me because it's a race to the points. And each state got their certain points, and you add them up at the end. And what you do is, once you add them up at the end, it goes to electors. The electors count them up, and then they certify them. They send it to the motherfucking Congress with a vice president certified. And this is where we get into stealing shit. These steps you take, right, to certify elections. Donald Trump stopped once. Let's go step by step. The electors. He put in MAGA folks. Simple. No matter what the vote is, it's Trump. Right? So he got that covered. Which is illegal. People need to understand. You cannot put up fake people. electors. These people has been indicted in Arizona for faking like they're Think about it. The president, motherfucker running for president, went to an extent to take 13 motherfuckers out of the system and put his own people in, which is a form of just trying to steal shit. Not even on top of that, telling his vice president to sign off what the fuck they said. Think about it. It's like I'm running for president. I get my sister, my brother, everybody in this motherfucker, and kick out these motherfuckers, these electors. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out the room. And I bring in moms, dad. I bring in sis. I bring in my niggas. And we get in to make sure I'm fucking president. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to make sure I'm fucking president. They take out the real people and stick in those people. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Tony?
You want to win.
To steal the election. You making steps to steal shit, bruh. This is not us. This is a script that was given to us. They did this shit. Each one of these motherfuckers in this picture right here knew they was foul as fuck for faking like they were the electors and when they wasn't. They knew it. Trump knew it. His team knew it. They were faking and trying to steal the election. It's real fucking simple, bruh. And if you're a motherfucker out there that will stop and vote for somebody that's, I ain't talking about this motherfucker racism. Just trying to steal an election alone. And then you gonna say, I'm gonna vote for him? You ain't got no motherfucking sense, bruh. And before no more soul brother going, I'm gonna play a motherfucking interview with Bill Moore. Boy. Y'all gotta understand how delusional people is with this bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? They try to actually steal an election. And we have a Republican Party that's a fucking piece of trash laying down. This shit ain't politics no more. This is not even policies. This is a motherfucker that want to get in here and be king. He got the Supreme Court trying to knock down shit to tell him he can do whatever he want and not be prosecuted. That's what's going on right now. Do y'all understand this dumbass shit? It's the Republican Party setting it up for a motherfucker to do what they want, bruh. Kill you. Supreme Court motherfucker asks you if the motherfucker put a coup on the motherfucking president that wins. Is that official presidential business? This nigga lawyer said, yeah. This is where we are in America, bruh. That's why I say we passed the point of arguing and debating policies. This is some silly shit going on. We got a con man, conning MAGAs. They ain't got no fucking sense. And literally trying to change shit where he can just be a king. That's where we at right now. And silly motherfuckers like these 13 motherfuckers that was indicted, Rudy Giuliani, and all these other fools that's literally doing this shit. This is not even politics no more, Tony. This is a motherfucking, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? It's not politics. It's not you saying, I want to raise taxes, or you saying I want to pay for the poor. This is motherfucking, what the fuck are y'all on now? I don't know, bruh. At all.
Ain't no more to be said because I'm to the point. Look, for the last 2 years, at least, every podcast we say the same thing about these people. Y'all know what they do. They know what they doing. They know what they doing. They know what they did. It's about now what what kind of country, what kind of America you want to live in. Do you want to live in America, in a country where everybody's has a fair chance, where you look past a person's skin, where you look past a person's gender, or sexuality, or whatever? If you want to live in a country like that, then you know what to do. Now, if you want to live in a country where we're going back to the 1800s, where women's rights are concerned, that you want to slowly dial back all the civil rights and basic human rights that been fought for, that lives has been given for. If you want to do that, do you know who to vote for? It isn't a person out here in this country. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, that don't know what's going on, that ain't peep these people for what they are, that ain't hip to the dog whistles, to the not even the dog whistles, the out and out racism, the out and out sexism, the out and out whatever ism you want to put out there. Everybody knows this, but there's some people out there that want to act like they blind to the fact. And I ain't saying you blind to the fact. I'm saying you act like you blind to the fact because you know what the fuck is going on. You know what's coming out these people's mouth. You know what comes out this dude's mouth.
You were so prepared
And
to be
some of
president
y'all
yourself.
is,
Was it hard to be vice president? I would think in some ways you'd say to yourself, gee,
and some of y'all are black and act like you a brother man and act like the other man. Look, if you don't know by now what's on the line, what's at stake, you just ain't looking, or you just don't want to know. So
it's more than that. It's like, to me, it's not even no fucking. I wanted to come on this motherfucker. We want motherfucking static. Me and my motherfucking man here, right here. We want motherfucking combat, right? To me, this is not even a fight. This is like Tyson and motherfucking little league kids trying to fight. Like, you literally had the motherfucker running for president with no policies. He's not running on anything other than he's a fucking he mad about his situation. He don't run on nothing. You got a motherfucker on the other side telling you everything he gonna do. He gonna reinstate Roe v. Wade. He gonna make sure that all insulins, all medicines is $2,000 capped. Everything. It's like he telling you what he gonna do, and the other one's just coming out telling you, hey, they just fucking with me all the time. I can't go to graduation. It's my girl's birthday. I'm in court for fucking bitches, but hey, it's her birthday. Why they ain't let me go? Like, come on, man. It's like, what are we doing, bro? This shit has got stupid to me. To me, it's not even a debate. It's like, if you vote for this fool, I can't talk to you. This is not a debate no more. It's like, not even the incompetence, bro. Not even the bigotry, bro. Not even the racism. We gonna put all that aside. This nigga don't have no plan for America other than taking you back to 1800.
Oh, look.
Literally. That's it.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. And I said it in depth a couple of weeks ago. It don't make no sense to argue back and forth with them.
Yeah, it's just,
it doesn't,
where we going
because
with this.
if their mind is made up, If their mind is made up, you are not going to
Not
change
even
it.
that though. It's just like it's no argument to somebody. Just like if you vote for somebody that first tries to election, that's a racist too, that will break the law, 90 counts. Then I can't talk to you. This is not even a fucking debate. We're not even
It's
talking
not about
hold on. We're not
policy.
even talking about policies no more. It's like we're not. I was expecting to come on and debate. All right, you think we shouldn't have social programs? Oh, let's debate that. That's the debate I'm expecting to have in this motherfucker. These clowns they're not even debating policies, bro. It's just it's just falling behind him. Whatever the fuck the clowns say. That shit is just silly to me, bro.
Because you cannot debate. You cannot debate what's not in your mind. Policy is not in their mind. And the whole election is about this. For them, it's not about policy, it's about power. They want power. That's all they want. They want power. If Donald Trump gets into office, certain people will have power. He will have the power, and certain other entities will have power. Will have even more power than they have now. It is not about looking out for nobody. It's not about looking out for their own constituency. Yeah, they're only going to tell their constituency what they want to hear to get them to vote for them. They don't care about them. The whole thing is about power, and it's not about nothing else for them. Because if it was anything else other than having power, they would bring something to the table. They don't have nothing to bring to they don't bring nothing to the debate because they have nothing to debate. If both sides was looking for the same thing, then you can have a debate. If on the left or on the Democratic side, it was all about we want all the power and that's it. It is not about the people or our people or about the country or about the world. If it was only about power, then we can have a debate with them, because then it'll be about who has whatever ideas to get the most power. It's not about that. They have nothing to bring to the table because the side that they're fighting against is not about what they're about. And they can't come out and say, well, we just want the power. We want the power to do what we want to do, and the power to give our people, the people that vote for us, what we want to give them and what they want from us. They cannot say that. So what do? When you come up with an idea, what do? They shit on the idea. They poo-poo on the idea. Oh, man, they ain't doing that. They ain't doing nothing for you. Okay, y'all. The right's favorite argument is, what have the Dems done for you? What the Dems done for you? Okay, we could get in that argument. We got on that thousands of times on this podcast here. We even did a whole damn pod where we sit there and ran down everything that the Biden administration has done in the almost 3 years that in the 3 years they've been in office. We've done that. We cannot name a single damn thing that Republicans have done. They blocked everything. They shot down everything. They filibustered everything. And then they don't bring no ideas about how to do anything. When their own people worked with Democrats and came up with a bipartisan border bill that would have been the strictest border bill in the history of this country. You would have the strictest regulations and restrictions ever in the history of the United States of America. And it was worked on by them. It was some of what they wanted. It was some of what the Dems wanted. And nobody got all of what they wanted. But they worked to an agreement. What did they do? They did not bring it to the floor because Donald Trump told them not to. It isn't about what's best for the country. It's about what's best for them personally. It is about power, and that is it. But you cannot come out there and say, we want power. You have to come out and say, Oh, that idea not good. Oh, what have they done for you? It's a lot. That's where the Democrats have a fucking messaging problem. They have to motherfucking look, this is what's up. This is what we did, and you motherfuckers ain't did shit. That's the only thing. That's the problem in this election. Dems have a messaging problem.
Yeah, that's a good point because I look at it like Republicans will actually do almost anything. Anything. They'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're expecting, like, for example, when Hillary ran for president, I expect her to do anything she can to redo these votes and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she succeeded. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was like, motherfucker, you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's like you're not even trying to fight. But if it was a Republican, look what they would do. They would change electoral votes. They would change motherfucker. They'd do anything regardless. They don't give a fuck if it's breaking the law, whatever. When you have Democrats that was put on brakes and won't do anything past whatever. Concede. You had Al Gore conceded when they was actually still in an election right before his face with the hanging chads and all this bullshit going on in Florida. But he conceded. Hillary Clinton conceded. You can't get the Republican, well, Trump, to could just say, I lost. Can't do it. And at this point, it's not even making no more sense, to be honest with you, bro. Like, especially Black MAGAs. I don't know, raise my hand to them. It's like, bro, you on some other completely different shit. Then the white people that follow Trump, it just, they on something different too. Completely conspiracy theories and shit. It's like, can we find somebody to straight debate what's best for the black culture? That's all, man. Number one soul brother want to know. Like, can we get somebody to debate the black culture? Because right now, that Black MAGA shit, they some other bullshit. We don't have nobody that's in the motherfucking Republican Party itself as a black person, as a black Republican. That's, to me, that's different from the MAGAs. If you just, to me, it's always been black people voting for Republicans every year. You know what I'm saying? It's like, them the people I want to debate with because they feel like they Republicans for a reason. And I want to know why. But the MAGA joints, to this point, they ain't making no more sense. They all the Richters. But the regular Republican, black people and white people, whoever that was just regular Republicans, those are the people I want to talk to. Because the fact that you're a Republican is a problem. Not only a MAGA. You know what I'm saying? That.
This is you do have black conservatives. You have conservatives of every kind of people. You have conservative Democrats. You have Democrats that believe in liberal ideas, but don't believe in big government. So you do have conservative Democrats. So conservatism is out there. Just like you had just like when Ronald Reagan was in office, you had a group of Reagan Democrats. That's how he ended up winning 48 states to win re-election. Now, just to go back to what I said about the messaging problem. This is where the messaging problem is. Democrats do not have 2 to 3 or more, and at least 2 major news outlets, and Fox News and Newsmax, and there's a couple of more. I think it's America's A something. I forgot that shit. But anyway, it is several news outlets. This is just on television alone that push out the total Republican agenda, and they'll push out the total. You got some that push out the total Trump agenda. It's even more on radio. You can hardly, if you can find, this is me because I look for it. If you can find a Democrat, or I ain't gonna say Democrat, a left-leaning host on radio, I think you might got Rachel Maddow and a few more, but it ain't that many. When it comes to in the media and political, I'm gonna call it political media, right-wing media outnumbers left-wing media by about 50-1, damn near. So it's hard to get the message out when you have MSNBC, but MSNBC don't push.
No.
They don't push the Democratic platform. They don't do that. CNN try to remain neutral until they got this last motherfucker that was in charge, and he tried to push him more to the right. That's why they ended up firing Don Lemon and a few others. But it's kind of hard when you got all of these media outlets, and especially when you got a lot of them that try to sound moderate and try to sound like they sucker you in by trying to sound moderate, like they right down the middle, but you know it's a hoodwink. So it's kind of tough because you got so many media platforms on the internet, online, on radio, on TV that's basically pushing, like a Sean Hannity, who has millions of viewers, which Fox News is the number one news channel out there, and they're pushing, especially at night. It ain't that bad in the day, but in the evening, you can look at what MSNBC is pushing, look at what CNN is pushing, and then look at what Fox is pushing. Fox is pushing a straight Trump agenda. The others are not. And the one that's pushing the Trump agenda is the one that has the biggest audience. So it's hard. It's hard, especially when the other ones are trying to maintain some neutrality. Put it like that.
Not only that, when you got so-called left-leaning outlets, they don't all agree on anything. They never agree on anything because that's the Democratic Party. You'll have some people disagreeing, agreeing, not agreeing. But when you have Republicans on outlets, they all have the same talking points. It's a whole different thing, which makes it where if somebody in Denver, right, in a small state in Denver, their radio, Fox, they constantly getting bombarded with motherfucking Biden can't even walk, can't see, can't talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's their news. So that's them being interpreted and being moved into a way of the Republicans by thinking that Biden can't talk, and they get fed this. You know what I'm saying? So that's their news. So they don't know it's something other news going on. They don't know he not like that for real. Fox is literally putting this on purpose to mislead you. Even the shit strolling down the stream. The shit strolling down the stream is misleading shit. The words that's on the bottom of the screen, misleading you. The motherfucking hosts that's on the joint, misleading you. They talking it within, for example, the motherfucking Trump case. They talk within like a sympathetic voice about this shit. When somebody broke the law and they going through the system. But they want to make it like he being sympathetic. It's the silliest shit, bro. And y'all gotta realize what are y'all watching too when y'all do this. You know what I'm saying, dog?
You also have to understand that.
You got
Put this on up here. But you got to understand this too. It is so many of them. Look, how many left-leaning outlets do you have? You'll have MSNBC is one because they're left-leaning. And the only other one I can think of is the Young Turks. And the Young Turks, in my opinion, a lot of what I see from the Young Turks is they'll spend time, especially Cenk Uygur, trashing Dems about shit. That's why he wanted to run for president. So it ain't that many, but whereas you have all, it's like all, like you said, it's like all of the right wing outlets are working together. They got the same message. It's like the Republican Party told them, this is what we want y'all to push. But it ain't that way, because you don't have Biden going to MSNBC and say, I want y'all to push this. Or him going to any other place and saying, I want y'all, this is the message, this is the messaging that I need pushed. No. But from Fox, especially Rupert Murdoch, that shit come from the top. So it's enough of them that in certain parts of the country, is enough of them to drown out what I would say left-leaning media tries to make even, or put out there, that put the truth that they try to put out. When they'll say this about Biden, they'll say that about Biden senile, Biden going crazy, this, that, and the third. The Dems did this, and then you had outlets that the people that will try, they say, hold on, this shit ain't true. But you got so many of them, and especially with their fake outrage, you got so many of them pushing this fake outrage that you got a lot of people that think that shit is true. And then thinking of that, I got one other thing I need to bring up too, because I just saw it not too long ago. This asshole. You got another. Misleader.
We got motherfucking on CNN. They pointed out the potential vice president for Donald Trump, one of his vice president leaders. It's funny how he even named the motherfucking vice president. For example, like this nigga is going through court. Any normal motherfucker would be like, now I need to nominate my vice president so he can go out there or she can go out there and campaign while I'm taking care of this. But nope, this motherfucker stuck so much on his damn self that he just said, fuck it. He's still just running with no motherfucking vice president. But what?
He's trying to stick to the timeline everybody else stick to, because you really don't. Nobody really announced a vice president to right around get close to the convention. So he probably still gonna try to wait till the convention, and then he'll fuck around and be a convicted felon, and then he ain't gonna get nobody, because ain't nobody gonna in MAGA. It's a whole different story. But a normal person with sense is not gonna get on the ticket with a fucking convicted felon and a motherfucker who's been found liable for sexual assault and all kind of other shit, and liable for or convicted of falsifying business documents and all kind of shit. So you right about that. You would think he would try to change the narrative a little bit and announce his running mate a little earlier. So while he's sitting up in court sleep, somebody else is out there trying to push the Trump ticket, push the message. But fuck them. That's what I say.
Now CNN had my baby on there, one of my rising stars. But they had a piece on that joint when they was talking about Shorty, where the nominee for vice president, but not vice president, for Donald Trump, where it's one of his vice president candidates, was accused of killing a dog. So y'all want to listen to this shit on CNN? It's crazy.
This way to describe this is just frankly to read the main part of the article to you. It says Cricket was a wire hair pointer about 14 months old, she says, adding that the dog, a female, had an aggressive personality and needed to be trained to be used for hunting pheasant.
Now, she includes her story about this ill-fated Cricket, by the way, and she says to illustrate her willingness in politics as well as in South Dakota life, apparently, to do anything difficult, messy, and ugly if it simply needs to be done. By taking Cricket on a pheasant hunt with older dogs, Noam says, she hoped to calm the young dog down and begin to teach her how to behave.
Now, unfortunately, Cricket ruined the hunt, she says, going, quote, out of her mind with excitement, chasing all those birds and having the time of her life. Noam describes calling Cricket, then using an electronic collar to attempt to bring her under control. Nothing worked. Then, on the way home after the hunt, as Noam stopped to talk to a local family, Cricket escaped Noam's truck and then attacked that family's chickens. Quote, grabbing one chicken at a time, crunching it to death with one bite, then dropping it to attack another.
Now, Cricket, the untrainable dog, Noam writes, behaved like, quote, a trained assassin. Now, when Noam finally grabbed Cricket, she says, the dog whipped around to bite me. Then, as the chicken's owner wept, this is real, everyone, Noam repeatedly apologized, wrote the shocked family a check, quote, for the price they asked and helped them dispose of the carcasses littering the scene of the crime.
Now, through it all, Noam says that Cricket was the picture of pure joy. I hated that dog, Noam writes, adding that Cricket had proved herself, quote, to be untrainable, dangerous to anyone that she came into contact with, and less than worthless as a hunting dog.
Now, at that moment, Noam says, I realized I had to put her down. Noam, who also represents her state in Congress for 8 years, got her gun, then led Cricket to a gravel pit. Here's what she writes. It was not a pleasant job, she writes, but it had to be done. And after it was over, I realized another unpleasant job needed to be done. Incredibly, the tale of slaughter is actually not finished at this point.
Her family, she writes, also owned a male goat. Now, the male goat was nasty and mean because it had not been castrated. Furthermore, the goat smelled disgusting, musty, and rancid, as I guess
a goat
goats
would, I mean, it's
would,
a goat, but okay.
but that's another story. Because it and it loved to chase Noam's children, knocking them down and ruining their clothes.
So she, okay. So she decided
to remind you this is real.
This is real. So she decided to kill the unnamed goat the same way she had just killed Cricket the dog, but thought she dragged him to. But though she dragged him to a gravel pit, the goat jumped as she shot and therefore survived the wound. Now, this is a page turner. So Noam says she went back to her truck, retrieved another shell, and quote, hurried back to the gravel pit and put him down. Now, at that point, she realized a construction crew had watched her kill both animals, and the startled workers quickly got back to work, she writes, only for a school bus to arrive and drop off Noam's children. She writes, Kennedy looked around confused, Noam writes, to her daughter, who asked, hey, where's Cricket?
That's pretty.
Wait. It was so much going. Remember, this is Donald Trump, one of his motherfucking candidates for this. This is not our fault. We ain't write this shit. This is shit we was given. This is a script that Donald Trump gave us. This motherfucker right here is one of his motherfucking candidates for vice president, right? She goes out the joint and kills her dog and the goat. Then you got motherfucker, bruh. If she not now this Trump, but normally she should be disqualified, bruh, for running for anything, for killing dog. And what's this nigga name that did the motherfucking reality show? Black Ink. Well, this motherfucker ain't do over. What did he do? He threw the dog, I think. Or threw a chair at him or something. That's it. No more job. No more existence. You're done. This bitch has literally murdered her dog and her goat. Meanwhile, Mike Vick got to sit for 2 years and miss his NFL season. This bitch better not be vice president, bro.
Why? Why should she be disqualified for being his running mate?
Say her name.
When he's not disqualified for being found liable for sexual assault, something that the judge in the case said was rape. He's not disqualified because he's on trial, several trials, and has like 91 felony counts. But he's not disqualified. He's not disqualified, and he's an abject racist and a bigot. He's not disqualified because the trial that he's on now is for cheating on his pregnant wife, which is not what he's on trial for, is for trying to cover it up. For trying to cover up the fact that he was cheating on his pregnant wife, the one he's so concerned about missing her birthday and the child she was pregnant with graduation. He's not disqualified. He's not disqualified for telling lie after lie after lie after lie. That he got more Pinocchios than every other president and vice president combined. He's not disqualified. He goes around bragging about grabbing women by the pussy. He's not disqualified. And you think they're going to disqualify her for shooting a dog and a goat? Now, in a sane world, you would think that would be the case, but we're at the point where a dude that was found liable for sexually assaulting a woman, something that the judge in the case said was rape. I didn't say it, the judge said it. And this same guy is on trial for covering up payments to a porn star that he was having an affair with while his wife was pregnant.
But
and y'all think, and if anybody think MAGA, if she the choice, she will probably be the choice they would want, because the bitch running around with a gun shooting shit.
now everybody know what we talking about is Kristi Noem, who is South Dakota governor, who might be one of Donald Trump's running mates if he ever choose one. She, first of all, need everybody know she is governor of South Dakota, and she banned from certain motherfucking territories in her own fucking state. She literally can't walk in certain territories in her state that she's banned. Think about how racist you can be to be banned in certain parts of your own state you govern. Like, this shit can't even write their cells, bros. When we start talking about racist people, this stuff that Donald Trump bring up, bro, you can't even write this shit. His motherfucking vice presidents, the list, his judges, you can't write this shit if you was the motherfucker sit back and was to conk up the worst motherfucking scene of a motherfucking Republican conservative you could think of. It's like, bruh, anything you think of, he don't give a fuck what it is as long as he's president. He would take it. You could be the farthest right motherfucker you could think of with all the conspiracy theories, you can put it in your motherfucking basket. Give it to him. He will use that shit. Long as he president. He don't give a fuck. This has gotten to be insane, bruh.
All about
When this bitch that could be his potential vice president kills dogs and goats, write about it in the book, and still be on a fucking list, be banned from territories in our own fucking state. And he chooses this person. This is shit that's like, nigga.
Well,
When y'all step back, anybody that votes for him, right? Or likes him, whatever the fuck y'all doing, just step back a minute and get out of your own body for a minute. And just look around you for a minute. 2,000 people has been indicted or locked the fuck up that been around him, that was in his cabinet, that signed up to work with him. Anybody that came in contact with him in the last 5 years has been indicted, bro. Literally indicted. About to be locked up. This is 2,000. I'm not even exaggerating. From January 6th to everybody in his fucking cabinet. We told 2,000 people, bruh. And we still at the point where somebody's sitting there looking in my face and saying, I don't know. It's like, nigga, at this point, you's an idiot. And I don't even need you to vote at this point. If you can't look at two people and see that one motherfucker has no fucking sense and only running to save his own orange ass, we got to the point where you just eliminated from the debate, bruh. You're not even a person to debate with. I done got to the point where anybody support him, you ain't got no sense, and you're just a racist bigot. Period. Period. You two people fit in his camp right now. Nobody with sense can look at you in your face and tell you that none of this shit makes sense, bro. You got Bill Barr that was on. Everybody know he was attorney general for this clown.
Yep.
Got interviewed on CNN. The bitch asked him point blank, who is worse for? He got the audacity to look her in the face and say Biden after telling her all the shit Trump did in office. Like, what are we doing? He had stories of this nigga talking about blowing motherfucking leaders up. Blowing, nigga. He had a situation where remember the George Floyd shit? He wanted to blow he wanted to send the motherfucking National Guard to blow black people the fuck up. Anybody protesting this shit? He had the nerve, Bill Barr, to say, I ain't take it literally. It's fucking serious. What are we doing, bruh? If he would literally took the act of blowing up and shooting black people in the neighborhood for protesting, where would it be, bruh? The stuff that he want to do is just ignorant at this point. It's not even worthy of debate. You see where I'm coming from? It's just like, why am I talking to somebody going to support somebody that actually try to turn over votes? He did that. One thing America can't tell us is he tried to steal a fucking, he did that, bro. From the fake electorals that's locked the fuck up too. From paying motherfuckers, porn stars to not say nothing to over the vote, till it's time to vote, to suppressing the black vote. It's like, what? Who are we talking to at this point now, Tony?
I'm about to ask you the same question because look,
What?
this is the deal with this. We on this podcast have an audience we're trying to reach. And the audience that we really, I'll say me, that I don't give a fuck about. I don't want to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and argue back and forth with anybody that made up their mind that they're going to support Trump, especially if you're black, and you're going to support Trump at all costs, no matter what he do, no matter what he say, no matter what he try. You got a certain segment of society that will do that. That's doing that. My concern is this. There's a lot of people out there who don't have the truth and don't know where to find the truth, honestly. And them the people I want to talk to because I want to bring the truth to them.
Me too.
So they can make an informed decision. I don't give a fuck about
This has got to be lunacy,
I don't give
bro.
a fuck about nobody, be they black, white, red, blue, yellow, or whatever the fuck that support MAGA. If that's where you wanna hitch your ride to,
You probably
Yeah.
need Vistaprint for business.
fine.
But you gotta realize that when they start siphoning black people, it's our duty to point out that that's some foul shit and say why. You see
We
what
can
I'm
do
saying?
that.
But
we can do
this
that.
has gotten to the point where this is
We do that by what we've been doing.
exactly.
You kick facts. You kick the truth. You put no. If people like academics
Mm.
and Stephen A.
Mm.
and now this dumbass Charleston White,
Oh, Charles, he
this stupid fuck
wasn't even supposed to be brought up.
that he brought up now, who says this may piss people off, but I find it to be true. Charleston White claims that black people are the most least informed voting bloc, and they have the lowest voter turnout. Hold on, yeah, and they have the lowest voter turnout numbers, which is a lie. He mentioned how Republicans don't pander to black people. No, they don't, because they don't give a fuck about black people. Only the Democrats do. And say, show more. Okay. Why pander to a group of people that don't vote, which is not true, and don't donate, which is also not true? Referencing Trump's sneaker release, the interviewer responds with, but we own the culture. The Jews own the culture. Black people love to point back to the Central Park 5 case and the newspaper ad. However, Biden has done far worse to black people. You have to be uninformed to vote for Biden over Trump, knowing both of their histories. And he claims that most of the black preachers are FBI informants. This is what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something.
First of all, we don't like at this point. We don't went over the long list of shit of Trump, his father, his son, all them racist pigs has done. We don't went over all that shit. Check our motherfucking catalogs, right?
Yeah.
But at this point in time, bro, if you black, because me personally, I love to point out white people that notice the racism and don't like it and want something done. I like those white people. But if you black, bro, if you don't see this racism in your face, we're not here to try to fucking clear your eyes, bro. That ain't what we here for. If you're a motherfucker black person that don't see racism, that's not an argument for us to have. Period. You need to go look in the mirror and get yourself together. Period. That's your problem. That's not our problem. Our fight is to have a better situation in America, a better way of life, better schooling, better just every day walking to the fucking store life in America. Schooling, motherfucking college, whatever you want, housing, banking, whatever you want. What you want, equal opportunity as any cracker, any Chinese motherfucker coming over motherfucking wherever they come from. Anybody. We want to know that once we go in the bank, we're getting the same shit that Hispanic motherfucker got. Don't give me no arguments, just like you didn't get him none. That's all we want. Once we get that, we all agree. But if you have one party that have nothing in their agenda to fucking do anything for black culture, that's what the problem is. And when you got the motherfuckers that's delusional and don't stick on facts and tell you following Biden, like remember I told you. Remember, I had a podcast. We did a podcast the other day when I said I'm no longer just a Democrat. I want Biden to win. Right? That's something Tony ain't know I was gonna say that day. Right? And it's just something that came to my head. It's just like, God damn, how much black shit or how much shit that I want to see a motherfucker do at some point where I'm gonna like the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? At some point, I'm sitting here hating. At some point, you know what I'm saying? At some point, I looked at myself as, damn, there's a lot going on here, this motherfucker doing. And if I'm still acting like I don't like him, what like I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like everything he's doing for the black culture, everything he's doing for America in general. He set this thing, got us quiet, everybody going to work from the motherfucker pandemic that the motherfucker Trump had us in, where he said the shit wasn't even existing. So it literally would be going on now if he was reelected, because he wouldn't have did nothing to fight it, because he didn't think it existed. But on top of that, he takes the fucking shot. You tell me, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? But he could tell everybody else that the shit don't exist. Go take some bleach and all this shit. Meanwhile, he does the civilized thing, not the dumbass thing that he told you to do, and go get a fucking shot. But then he wouldn't come run back out and tell you, know what? The shots are trash. He's some trash. The doctors are trash. Hey, China did it. And all that shit. And the whole time, he doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all got to follow these motherfuckers for what they were doing, not what they saying. You got motherfucker Biden that does a lot. If you go back, anybody watching right now, black motherfucker, women, or man, all I'm asking you to do is look up what the Biden administration has done for black culture. That's all I want you to do. And just look at the list of shit, right? Not even putting in the fact that Biden was entangled in so much shit as the first motherfucking vice president of the black man as president, or has a vice president that's black, or the Supreme Court lady that's black. All that shit, just put that aside. He's still done so much for America as far as Build Back America program. The $35 incident that we always talk about. You know what I'm saying? And eventually having $2,000 cap on all motherfucking medicines. Meaning we won't be gouged for our money in the future. That's if he's president. We won't be gouged for our money going to medical shit. Because y'all got to understand the shit we paying for medical shit. No other country paying for that shit. Half the price or even less than half. But us gets treated like some boo-boo fools and pay triple, 3 times the price. And there's no need for that. Only if you're getting paid by these motherfucking companies. Then, of course, there's a need for that. You got a president now that got everything quiet, civilized. He got things on track. The shit he's doing helps America. You can't tell you can't. Is the things he has done has not helped you and your family to this day. He only been president for 4 years. You got to admit that. So me personally is stick to the facts as black America, bro. I don't give a fuck if you mag or not. If you could just sit up and say, I'm gonna put up what Trump did compared to motherfucker Biden did for black America, and just look at the list, take off the names, and look at the administrations. Who did what will happen here? And actually, they both only did 4 years. He didn't even finish his 4 years. He already did more than Trump. Trump finished his 4 years. He haven't finished his 4 years yet. And already done more than Trump. More jobs, save more lives by getting rid of the fucking pandemic, getting shots out here, and letting people know the real facts. As a president, that's the shit you want. You go overseas, you got motherfucking Israel, you got motherfucking Russia running up in countries. Motherfuckers handling all this shit simultaneously. But you want to sit and tell me the motherfucker too old. There's a lot going on that's being handled. Just passed the bill right now to give money to Gaza. Everybody don't like it. Something has to be done. You got to give money to motherfucker Ukraine. You don't like it? You got to do it. And I got to give motherfucking Biden credit for giving money to Haiti. Something we been fucking spitting about for almost 2 years now. Finally, snuck in this fucking bill with some Haiti relief. Finally. Not as much as fucking Ukraine ass. Not as fucking motherfucking Israel. Cool, but something. We will need more. And we got a transition in Haiti, so that's another story, which is good. All is looking good in Haiti. Appreciate you, Joe Biden, for doing that. Again, another thing out that not expecting. I was ragging on, right or wrong. I'm beating them up every all chance I got about Haiti. Why are you announcing it? They send money to Haiti without me knowing. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, dog? This is why I support the Democratic Party. This is why I support Biden. Period. I know you're itching to say something. Go ahead.
Now I almost forgot what I wanted to say. Oh, Charleston White. Let me hip you black people to something. Charleston White is an ignorant ass, and he got his facts ass backwards. Black people are one of the largest voting blocs in this country. It has not been a Democratic president in the last, I'm going to say, 50 years that got into the White House without black people. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. As far as black people voting, I want you black people to listen to me and think about this. If black people do that vote and your vote doesn't mean anything, as a dumbass like Charleston White is trying to tell you, why? Why are they trying to take your vote? Why are they trying to make it so hard for you to vote by gerrymandering black districts? Why are they trying to make it so hard to vote by trying to pass all these voter ID laws? When if you are born in this country, if you are a United States citizen, you are born with the right to vote, and they are trying to take at every point.
We will make America great again. We will make.
They are trying to take the black vote away. They are lying. They keep trying to tell you that don't vote Democrat. Don't support Democratic ideas, even though they have no ideas. They don't give a fuck if you don't vote. They just don't want you to vote for a Democrat. They don't care if you vote for them. They just don't want you to vote at all. If your vote doesn't mean nothing, why are they constantly trying to put in your head that they're taking your vote for granted? You're voting for the wrong thing, but they don't have no ideas. They don't Charleston White, they don't have no ideas. They don't bring us no ideas. They don't come and talk to us. They don't come into black communities and say, look, you've been doing it this way for so long. We have another idea. We want to talk to you, and maybe you would try this idea that we have. They don't come and do that much because they have no ideas. You say, Charleston dumbass White, that black people are misinformed. We have Jet Magazine. It's online now. We have Ebony Magazine. We have I don't know how many black newspapers. We have the Griot. We have the Huffington Post Black Voices. We have blackamericaweb.com. We read. We view. We have so many people out there. Roland Martins.
Shout out to Roland Martin.
Bakari Sellers. We have Joy Reid. We have so many people out in the black culture in the black community, we have so many people out there that are informing, that are kicking facts. Black people are not misinformed. Now you got some people that don't want to be informed.
Now,
But that bullshit you talking, that's the same shit. That's the same shit that get the people that don't keep up with what's going on in politics.
yeah,
That's the shit that make them vote against their interests. The same shit Stephen A. Smith was kicking last week.
now it's hard for me to motherfucking disagree with black people being misinformed. It's hard for me to disagree with that. Because if you bring 10 people in here, black people in here, all 8 out of 10 of them are gonna give you some conspiracy theories that you like, bruh, really? Because black people are not like other cultures are divulged into politics. Black people are a culture that's not into politics like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like our podcast gives off information to people that normally wouldn't have that information. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like our culture itself, I do agree, does not get the right information, does not look for it, do not seek it, and then the information that comes to them is uninformed. Most of the people listen to Fox by accident. All day at work, that's on. Or all day in school, the shit on. You know what I'm saying? It's like Fox is one of the news networks that's just on everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just a normal Fox. And you normally as a black man, not knowing half of this shit is being spewed out. You don't know. You just listen to this shit and watching it. You don't know half of this shit is trying to brainwash you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the black culture itself, where they're not actively looking for political news. You can get 20 motherfuckers in, 30 motherfuckers in. They ain't gonna know no facts on politics, bro. But they gonna know some motherfucking wild ass conspiracy theories, or they gonna be like, "Hey, Trump speak to us. He talks straight," or some stupid shit that you ain't right. Or they gonna tell you, "Oh, he did this shit for us, all black people. He did this shit for black people." They misinformed.
This is the
so
problem.
I do agree with that.
This is the problem. It's not that. It's a difference between misinformed and ill-informed. Now, the right information is out there, but we have a problem. And this is the problem. We got a podcast out here right now that we've been doing this for 2 years. And we making a dent, but we're not making a big dent. We're making a small dent, because what we talk about, they'll turn it off quick. I don't want to hear that shit. But if we had a podcast that came on every week and we talk about a bunch of mess, we will have viewers out the ass. We will have motherfuckers want to sponsor us. We will have all of that. We got people that had podcasts for a few months, thousands of viewers, motherfucking sponsors and all of this, because they talk about mess. But when you put out something that informs and try to educate the people to what's going on, they don't want to hear that shit. And that's not what they're going to push. They'll push mess. They'll push garbage. They'll push all kind of wild ass shit. But something, they're not going to push us. We got to get out there and make it happen, because if we catch on and we catch fire, it's a segment in the society that don't want us to do that, because the ones that are ill-informed, which is getting the wrong information and not going to where they can be informed the right way and have the right information to make a legitimately informed decision when to vote and who to vote for, whatever side you vote for. They don't want that. They want a motherfucker like, they'll put a motherfucker like Charleston White will go viral for saying the stupid shit that we know is wrong. It's the information is out there. But if a motherfucker like Joy Reid pop up on the screen, motherfuckers gonna turn the channel. If Al Sharpton pop up on the screen, they're gonna turn the channel. If Roland Martin pop up on the screen, they're gonna turn the channel.
Oh,
But if certain other motherfuckers pop up on the screen, they're gonna listen to all the dumb shit.
you
they
gotta realize what's more accessed. That would be Fox News. It's just more accessed. Everywhere you go, it's on. Most people that own businesses don't look at it as that. They don't know that. Some people do and put it on purposely. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't have no idea that Fox News, they just turn on Fox News. MSNBC is not on all outlets. So it's not something that you can be translated. Or then on top of that, Fox News got the local joints where you got Fox local shit. So you constantly gotta access to feed people the talking points or whatever you need them to believe. And then eventually some people will believe it, whether it's true or not, if you keep saying it enough. Then you got governors, senators running for president and got this in their stump speech. Now you got everybody saying the same thing. That's the problem with Democrats. Democrats can't do that because each and every Democrat will be running on their own shit.
But that's what we are here for. We are here. It is people like us that are here to counteract that. To say, look, if you are listening to Fox News, and if that's where you get your news from,
I hear the facts.
You need to listen. You need to listen to the other side also. Don't just listen to one side. Don't just listen to Fox News. Don't just listen to MSNBC. It is other places out there to get the facts. It is some facts that the major people do that is look. It's some facts that Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN is not going to push out there. You're going to have to go to places like Roland Martin. You're going to have to go to the Griot. You're going to have to listen to people like a Bakari Sellers and all of these other people. There's plenty of people out there. It is on us, on the for real. It is on us to say, look, what you are hearing is not the truth. If you want the truth, we're going to give you the truth. But if you don't believe us, this is where you can go. These people are pushing an agenda.
For example, the motherfucking Hillary piece of whatever the fuck was going on.
The Pizzagate.
We debunked that. That's what we should do. Like, just debunk the bullshit, right? And just keep going. Because
just like I'm doing right
having
now.
Having a complete conversation with these fools, I don't think it's no way to have somebody be like, you know what? You're right. Why I'm voting for Trump? Like, I don't think that's a person that exists. You know what I'm saying? It's like the fact things, if it's facts, that's not part of what they arguing about. I notice. It's just, to them, it's more of feelings and gut thing. It's not facts. They will twist the facts and argue the facts any way they want. But to them, it's more of a gut. Even if you turn the facts in their head and give them the shit they talking is wrong, they will sit there and tell you, but still, I still vote for Trump. So your argument will be obsolete regardless, because even if you prove them wrong on a situation, they're going to say, yeah, but I still vote for him. So it's starting to be stupid. Even if you vote for a motherfucker that was accused of raping people, that's the first step. You did that. Then you vote for a motherfucker that stole it, tried to steal the election. This is not accusing. Enough evidence to show that's what he was trying to do. So at this point, if you vote for those two, that person in that one body that's a racist and a pig too, what? Is that a debate we should have on this fucking podcast? Like, who are you, nigga? Who the fuck are you to fucking defend that?
But it's a debate we should have. But how do you fight the debate? You fight the debate with facts. If we know that Trump is a racist. How many times have we pointed out the racist shit that he done on this podcast? Yeah. That's how you do it.
Go on, written up.
Now, that's like tonight.
Won't count the money.
You got
go on and on.
you got a blooming jackass like Charleston White who's out here telling black people, which he has an audience. He got a lot of people to listen to him. He has an audience that's telling black people, oh, black people don't vote. Bullshit. Because if black people didn't vote, look, how do you get anything done in Washington? You get anything done by becoming a huge voting bloc that can swing an election. Why do you think gays have been out here for so long, ain't had no fucking rights? Until it was enough of them to swing an election, they got shit done. In the 60s, when motherfucking thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of black people marched on Washington, D.C., to listen to a 5-minute speech by Martin Luther King. Go back and look. The speech wasn't but about 5 minutes. The thousands upon thousands of people went down there, and you know what happened? Somebody looked out that fucking window and said, God damn, look at all them niggas. Them niggas can swing an election. And you know what? We better kick some shit to them, or it is over.
Now, I do agree that black people sway elections. That's why I'm telling you about Stephen A. and them peeling off certain black people in certain states. I get that. But again, that's a good point. If you was to poll all black people, only 60% of us vote. It's like a 40% of us is not even voting or thinking about this shit. If we was to get all of them in there, then we're really rocking the road.
But that is the goal. That is who we are sitting here trying to reach. I'm not coming on here every motherfucking week trying to convince some fucking dumbass idiot who chooses to vote for Donald Trump and support MAGA causes. I'm not trying to reach him. It's what you said. If 60% of black people vote, fuck it. I want 80. I'm trying to reach the 40 that's not trying to vote. And you have to do that by kicking them facts. You have to if it's a lie, you got to put the truth out there. If a motherfucker is misleading the people, you have to, we as podcasters, if we give a fuck about the black community, we have to challenge all of this dumb shit, and we have to kick what we're doing towards the 40%.
Exactly.
If that's it, the 40% that's not going to the polls.
Yeah.
Because the more people you get going to the polls, the more shit you can get done on Capitol Hill. That's just the fact. If the more people that you get going out there voting, the more shit you can get done. Why do you think all of these motherfucking other groups of people are getting shit done? Because they are going to the polls, they are making their voices known, making their voices heard, and they're making their demands known.
That's
what happened.
Let's show an example. Let's show a small example. Israel, Gaza war. Haiti. Who had the most representatives in the motherfucking Congress or TV or motherfucking news? Who had the most representative on those outlets between Haiti and Israel? Hold on. Between Israel and Haiti, who had the most representatives on TV? Israel. Exactly. So therefore, ASAP, you get a bill for Haiti and all, because they got the most people representing them that make moves. That's the problem with black people in like Haiti. It's not enough people to make moves that's on TV. They can constantly keep bragging on this shit, keep screaming and hollering on the air. You don't have that. You don't have congressmen. You don't have senators. But you got all that for Jews. Jews got all that in the Senate, Congress, TV, wherever the fuck you go. It's Jews spitting without they need about this war. They got the talking points for that for sure.
Look, let's get one thing straight.
Best believe it.
The Jewish people in this country are huge voting bloc. The Jews in this country, the Jewish people in this country can cause a lot of havoc. Politically speaking, they can cause a lot of havoc. We don't have a base in fucking, we don't have a fucking military base or missiles in Haiti. We don't do business like that with Haiti. But we do with what we do with Israel. We don't, our national security is not dependent on, well, I'm gonna say for our national security, we don't work with Haiti, but we work with Mossad, which is Israel. So when it gets down to the fucking nuts and the bolts of it, who's going to get the aid, or who's going to get more of the aid? Because we are sending some aid to Haiti. Maybe not as much as people want.
Yeah, I gotta
but
give.
we sending some aid to Haiti.
Yeah,
but when it gets down to the nuts and the bolts of it, we're always going to stick with Israel, and Israel won't get it before anybody get it, because
that's my
their
point.
national security and our national security goes hand in hand.
But that's my point. It's like they got more representatives
Yeah.
all over the place. Like any part of the TV, rap, whatever the fuck, is a way. For example, if a motherfucker was to turn on and watch Breakfast Club, right? For example, you're not expecting to get delusional or deterred in some war shit between Gaza. But these outlets are ran by people that are from Israel, that are raging. They want this to be done. But Haiti don't have that. Haiti don't own outlets and shit like that, where like Jews do, where they can spit shit and make up propaganda for you as a culture. So therefore, you got huge bills because everybody out there protesting. You feel me? You don't have to protest for Haiti. Did we see any protest for Haiti?
Now you ain't gonna see it.
All right. So everybody burned up their fucking college for Gaza Strip. Half of these motherfuckers don't even know what they even out there protesting for. They just want to do this shit because it's the cool thing to do now is get out there and act like you fucking suffering and burn up some shit. It's just probably fucking being in college, to be honest with you. But if you break it down, Gaza Strip and Haiti, all that shit is the same. Right or wrong. And you just neglecting this because you got more spokesmen for this Israel shit. It's real simple.
It's not just, it's about the spokesman. But look, as far as Israel concerned, the Jewish people in this country, if they wanted to over this shit, if you was to leave Israel hanging, can cause a lot of havoc politically and financially speaking. Fuck what the people think, because you got people whispering in their ears about Haiti, Africa, in a lot of places every day, but they cannot cause the political havoc and the financial havoc that the Jewish people can cause. And that's what it's, and like I was saying, our national security, especially where it comes to over in the Middle East, we got Israel, maybe, and you can't really trust the Saudis, but so much. But you got Israel, and you ain't got much else. So when it comes and national security trumps everything.
No, my thing is, like, again, we all pay taxes.
Yeah.
And I don't have no problem with money going to humanitarian reason. We always say that. But when you got 7.5 million Jews in America and only 600,000 Haitians, it's real clear.
Who gonna win?
Yeah. It's real clear on where funds will go. And I just want to point out to Black America, right, that it's not the system. It's not the motherfucking government. It's not the Congress. It's the people that are actually there. So if, for example, if it was all senators, 100 senators were Haitian born, do you think it would be in a bill for Haiti long before Gaza Strip or motherfucking Russia.
If you had a rack of Haiti money in this country, yeah. But even if it was flipped around, and
Even in the
was,
Senate, you
even
got Jewish people in the Senate
right,
to outnumber any type of Haitians.
right, you got none.
Exactly.
But even if it
Congress
was flipped
too.
around and it was 7 million Haitians in this country and only
7.5 million Haitians,
yes,
and it was only 600,000 Jews.
Yeah, but if
You don't think this bill would be geared toward Haitian?
No, not if the money,
First,
not
with
if the
motherfucking Gaza Strip at the bottom.
Not if the money, not it ain't about the people, it's about the money. Because you could have had 600,000 Jews only in this country, but if the Jewish people, if the 600,000 Jewish people had the money,
Nah, 600,000 Jews wouldn't be have enough. 7.5 million Haitians, they'll be the people running things. They'll have the money.
I'm just saying. If it's about the money,
our laws will be geared towards those 7.5 million, right or wrong. And most of them are in the Congress.
If it was reversed, and then like I said, if it was reversed and you had a Haitian, look, the Jewish people have a Jewish lobby. They have a fucking political action committee.
Exactly.
The Jewish people have a PAC, a political action committee that not one but both sides go and speak to every 4 years. Biden is going to go speak to him if you haven't already, and Trump is going to go speak to him. Most likely going to speak around the convention time. They got sway. It's you might not like it, but they just have sway in this country. And when it comes to anybody else, you know, unless, like I said, unless you got money, and it's about and national security, or we got a base in your country, or we might got missiles in your country, or we might got a nuke over there, because we can't fire a fucking nuke from here all the way halfway around the fucking world on the other side of the world. We got to have fucking allies.
Yeah.
So and we don't have that in Haiti.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. Before we get out of here, that is that's a deep topic right there, because it goes along a lot of things there. Because if we was to switch that thing in, it was 7.5 million Haitians in America with 33% Haitians in Congress and Senate. Will it be
something different?
Would it be bills directed towards motherfucking Gaza Strip or Haiti? That's the thing. You gotta realize that our taxpayer money going to me personally. I just said they can go wherever. Take care of motherfuckers, as long as you take care of my niggas. You know what I'm saying, around the world. Don't skip my niggas over. You know what I'm saying? But it's obvious that if the numbers were turned, that Haiti would have been at the top of the list. You see what I'm saying? So,
but see, that's where a lot of shit. That conversation leads to a lot of shit. Because look, to vote in this country, you have to be born in this country. So all the Jewish people that vote, they was born here. So the 7 or however many million it is that participate in our elections, they was born here. You don't have that many. If you might got Haitians in this country, but how many of them Haitians are American citizens that was actually born in this country? And that's another issue.
Shouts out to all the Haitian Americans that have been putting up for this fight for all this time. Y'all got a little something, but keep fighting to make sure Biden don't forget. Well, shit, election coming up, but right now, just make sure Biden don't forget y'all. You know what I'm saying, dog? We gonna keep on doing our thing on our podcast, but we ain't shit. So make sure y'all keep making that noise. Make sure Biden keep taking care of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll stop listening to dumbasses out there.
If we switch, I don't know, we switch presidents, then oh hell, like fuck it, like that's why I said, my nigga Tony, bro. I don't think this is a motherfucking thing no more about policies, bro. This is all about, like, do you want to have a civilized motherfucking country, right? At this point, you just want to be civilized.
What kind of world do you want to live in?
That.
What kind of country do you want to have? What kind of world do you want to live in?
At this point,
if you want to live in a world where you got racists that's running around doing what the fuck they want to do, you want to live in a world that's on fire. You just want to live in a world where the haves where the haves say fuck the have-nots and
No.
fuck them, let them eat cake. If that's
you
the
wanna
world you
join
want to
with-
live in,
Where there's no women
you know who to vote
rights,
for.
you have no
Yeah,
laws
so
from
you know what to do.
discriminations. No laws that stop people from discriminating.
Well,
You'll start going back to laws where people that own businesses can say only whites can come in here. You're gonna be there. Y'all think this shit is so fucking like, bruh, it's so easy to be back there, bruh. If y'all don't pay a fucking attention to these racist pigs, it is so easy. If they just get rid of the civil rights bill alone, it opened up for y'all. See how quick a motherfucker did something with the abortion shit? It's people out there itching. If the civil rights bill get appealed tomorrow, only whites come in this motherfucker. Y'all gonna start seeing only white signs and all that shit all around the country. This is the shit y'all be looking at in the history books like, damn, that's crazy. That could actually happen now if you just don't vote and get informed on who doing what. Right now, we got a maniac that want to take us back to all that shit that I was just talking about. He want to take you back to that 1800s where a woman don't have no rights. Really? This is not even policies no more. It's like, do we just want to live in the 1800s type shit? Or we want to prosper and move on and then debate policies to make us better? You know what I'm saying? Or we want to go back with Trump and just go back to the racism shit. Go back to the motherfucking screaming at black women in politics and motherfucking in the media. This is what we gonna do?
Half these idiots is going around screaming this dumb shit ain't going to the polls on the motherfucking on November 5th any damn.
That's something we're gonna get to later.
So,
which is most of the motherfucking black MAGAs don't vote. They gonna scream on the internet, but they ain't giving a fuck about voting.
Go. But see, them dumbasses, the dumbasses that'll go.
And then my point is, it's always a section of black people that dumbly vote Republican any fucking way. As far as I'm concerned, it's dumb. As far as I'm concerned, it's dumb. But to them, they think they're Republicans. So that happens all year, every year. That's not a problem for me.
It's a percentage. It's a percentage.
The problem is when you got MAGAs, they're just not looking at racism. I mean, even the black Republicans see racism.
But see, this is the issue.
MAGAs don't even see the racist shit. That's a problem. Black Republicans already an issue by being in that party and not fighting for shit.
No.
That's a problem. Anybody that's black in the Republican Party and George Floyd bill came up and you wasn't speaking for it and you ain't vote for it, you's a bitch for that.
Look,
that's beyond the parties.
Look, this is the issue with Black MAGA. And this is why Black MAGA fight as hard as they do.
You understand? You can be a Republican.
Black MAGA, I ain't even gonna say Black MAGA. MAGA, period. All of MAGA, black, white, blue, red, or brown. I don't give a fuck what color you use. MAGA has a shelf life. As Trump goes, so does MAGA. When there's no more Trump, there's no more MAGA.
I don't know about that. It's gonna be a MAGA party.
No, it's not gonna be a MAGA party.
It's gonna be a MAGA.
The MAGA gonna go the way of the Tea Party.
It's gonna be a MAGA party
because when the head go,
it's already a MAGA wing of the party now.
Right? Because it's still a Trump out there. When there's no more Trump, nobody can pick up. Nobody can lead that movement the way Trump.
Do they have a Tea Party caucus in the Republican Party?
Not no more. It don't mean shit if they do.
It's a Tea Party caucus, bro.
It don't mean shit.
Right. It's gonna be a MAGA caucus in this Republican Party.
Be.
It's not going nowhere.
I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying.
It's not going nowhere.
It's
remember we asked that motherfucker.
It's going to be. It's going to be people. It's going to be people who are always going to have those ideas. But when Trump is gone, they bite is means nothing.
No.
It don't hit as hard without Trump.
Who can become the next Trump?
They're trying it now. The closest thing they had, the closest thing they had to another Trump, and to the person who was supposed to pick up the mantle of MAGA was Ron DeSantis. And what happened to him? He ain't shit.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. We appreciate you a whole lot. Catch us Tuesday night for show. You know what I'm saying? Each and every Tuesday night, we come with this black agenda. Is that racist? I done found out I'm not even racist. Dr. Umar Johnson. I think that motherfucker classified as a racist, bro. Cause I can fuck a white bitch. He can't. Shouts out to everybody tuning in tonight, though, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? Vote. You know what I'm saying, dog? Check out the motherfucking interview on motherfucking Howard Stern with the vice president, with the president on there. Check that out. And the motherfuckers vote. Just sign up. Make sure you're ready to vote. Let's get armed. Black motherfuckers. Let's get ready to take care of our business. You know what I'm saying, dog? I really think at this point in time, this is one of the most important elections ever, because you got a situation where a motherfucker want to take us to 18 centuries, and y'all can't deny that if you like Biden or not, the nigga ain't doing no shit like that. And that's the whole agenda of Trump and his party. If we vote him in this time, we're literally setting ourselves so far back socially, inventing shit far as motherfucking China going ahead of us, and the motherfucking the whole world is ahead of us as far as the motherfucking climate control, because you got one party in our country that don't even think it exists. So you got the rest of the country moving ahead of us on all types of shit, because we falling behind, because we have Republican Party, MAGA Party, that don't believe nothing, bro. And we can't be people. You can't have people running the country that don't believe shit. They don't believe science. They don't want to pass no bills. They don't want to do anything but just say, I'm a motherfucking senator. I'm a congressman. I'm a congresswoman. They actually want to just say that, but actually don't want to do the work. So to me, this is a no brainer, bro. This should be 92-8 motherfucking Biden, bro. You should put the fucking Senate in, Congress, Democrat, let that go, and then we re-review this shit, Republican, Democrat, and we go back over the motherfucking issues again. Not this shit that Trump doing, bro. Let's let motherfucking Biden take us another 3 years or whatever fuck he gonna do, and then we'll meet y'all at the vote booth for another 4 years from now, when y'all motherfuckers put a more sensible candidate that can make people actually think, okay, cool, all right, let me think. Let's talk about the issues now. You know what I'm saying? Not just a racist pig, thief, motherfucking con artist that don't give a fuck about America, that try to steal votes. Like, who do that? That's not even a vote. That's not even a debate. Holler at your boys, though. You know what I'm saying, dog? Each and every Tuesday night, we always live. You know what I'm saying, dog? Working on a motherfucking podcast. We want detail dive into unions and how they work for businesses against, or for the workers against or for. You know what I'm saying, dog? But either way, holler at your boys. Grab BID Jones. You know what I'm saying, dog? Politics for show. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Just holler at your boys, man. We here for the all.